My next guest is coming off a really impressive win over Jailton Almeida at UFC 299, getting it done by second round finish. It is Curtis Blaydes back here on the program. Curtis, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing awesome, but I did not knock someone out last weekend. If I did, I'd be arrested. So it's great to see you get a good win there. How did you expect the fight to play out, and did it play out the way you thought it would?
Well, initially, we did believe he was going to be heavy with the wrestling and the grappling, but the thing I didn't predict, I guess I didn't think about it hard enough. He wasn't planning on hitting me at all. He just wanted to wrestle, and I kept like expecting him to open up his grip and like attempt to hit me, and that's when I would break, and that's when we would get to scrapping. But he never let his hands go, so I wasted a whole round. Didn't like that, but when a guy is only going to grapple, it's very hard to break the grip if he's not looking to open up or do anything. He didn't even look to go for my neck. I was expecting that. He was very, I don't want to say scared, but he really didn't want to release his grip. So we weren't expecting that.
Yeah, no, for sure. How are you feeling after that first round? The way kind of the fight was going, it looked like we might be getting this for 3 rounds. Were you worried at all?
Oh, I wasn't worried. I had to refocus, relock in after that round. I said, okay, this is all he wants to do. He just wants to wrestle. So it's up to me to bring the fight out of him. And that's what I wasn't expecting to get the finish right there. I was just expecting him to open up and go from there. But got the finish, so happy.
It all worked out. Like, did you know that he was out, or that like you had him, so to speak? Like when did you figure that out?
After like the 8th one,
okay.
I guess, because I was expecting, because they usually they don't hurt. They're just like annoying. They get you to open your hands up and move. I was just like, and then he never released. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'm not hitting him hard enough. But then I did feel the pressure release, but by then I was already in like finishing mode, and I smelled it.
Yeah, no, it certainly worked out there. After the fight, I'm sure it must have felt good as well to get another finish, because, we go back a couple fights ago, all the criticisms, Curtis is an exciting fighter, like that must have felt good too, because you've had a number of finishes now, and I think, this one, I think that narrative is long gone for you.
I think that's an old narrative. I think that's for like casuals.
Right.
If you haven't been following me my last like 4 or 5 fights, that might be what you believe. A lot of people are still holding on to that ideology because of the Volkov fight. And even in that fight, I go back and rewatch that fight, I was striking.
Yeah.
I was also doing a lot of wrestling, but I was also striking.
Yeah.
So
No.
yeah, I think that's a narrative's old.
Oh, it was kind of this perfect storm after the fight, because I had a lot of people even messaging me being like, yeah, that was so good to see Curtis win. Like, a lot of people wanted to see you, rebound from that loss to Pavlovich. But then on the flip side, I saw a lot of people going after Jailton after that fight, because they just found the Derek Lewis fight not very exciting. And then even the first round of your fight, he wasn't really doing much. He was, like you said, he was just holding on to you. What was that like after the fight, having so many people on your side?
That's new. That is not the norm. So I didn't realize he had as much hate as he did.
Me neither. Yeah, it was pretty surprising.
Yeah, but then after that first round, I get it. I heard the boos, and initially when I heard the boos, I'm like, oh no, I need to open up, and then it took me a minute to realize, oh, they're booing him because all he wants to do is grapple, and it's just a weird experience to be on the other end of the grappling spectrum, I guess, because I remember when I went to Australia, every time I took down Hunt, boos. So it was just like weird to be on the other end of that, but I like it. I like getting all the love. It's nice.
And then as far as after the fight, how did you celebrate? I know you stayed a couple extra days in Miami, but it sounded like a lot of the fighters didn't even get to enjoy themselves because the fight card got out too late. I know you were on the prelims, but it was still pretty late for you, right?
Yeah. I got back into my room about 11 and just had a few drinks, smoked a little bit.
Yeah.
That was it. I'm over the whole like, oh, let's go turn up at a bar. I'm too old for that.
You and me both. I completely agree about that. And I saw you went to the Miami Heat game. Did you something about your dad? I think he hooked you up with tickets or something. How did that all come together?
Yeah. He had a friend that he knew. He was a part of the Miami Heat PR staff, and he hit me up like, "Hey, I can get you in if you want to go." I was like, "Yeah." It's our last evening here. I guess it's a good way to end a week in Miami, because I began my week going to watch a Heat game,
right?
And I ended it. And they were playing the Nuggets, and I guess I'm a Nuggets fan now because I live here. I've been here for long enough. I like when they win. They won. Yeah, that was
well, and
fun.
also the Nuggets have Jamal Murray, who's like a big MMA fan. Like, remember, there's that thing of him like trying to watch the fights, right?
Yeah. I like to link up with him. That'd be
there
dope.
You go, hit him up. Yeah, we know Jamal Murray here in Canada because he's like one of the few Canadian players who's actually pretty good. So so there you go. We're always kind of rooting for him, which is kind of cool. Did you get recognized at the game? Did you have any fans come up to you?
A few, but thankfully they had us like we were in like a roped off area.
Oh, gotcha.
Like exclusives or whatever. So it was a relaxed experience. I didn't have to take a bunch of pictures.
There's nothing worse than that, I'm sure. You're like paying to watch a game and you got a bunch of people. Like, I know you appreciate the fans, but that's kind of the downside of it. It's like, just let me watch the game, right?
Yeah, I just want to watch just like you want to watch. I want to watch an alley-oop, you know.
You got a bonus with this win as well. What are you going to be doing with the money?
Saving it. I don't blow it on. I don't really spend on a whole lot. I got everything I want already. Got my PlayStation. Got food. So yeah, I won't be blowing it on anything ridiculous or nothing like that.
Tom Aspinall, I mean, that seems like the obvious fight. If you even listen to a lot of fans as well, they want to see that rematch because of what happened in the first fight. Tom says he's in on social media. We saw him respond to you. Is there any update from your management or the UFC? I know we're not that far removed from last weekend, but what's the latest on that?
Don't have any updates, but I'm right where everyone else is. Like it seems like there's a swelling, like people, and that's how fights happen. It's who the people want to see this fight, and it seems like for once, people want to see me fight. So I hope it happens. I hope this is enough to get the matchmakers to make it happen.
Now, you had to fight him in London last time. Is that something you're willing to do again? Because we're hearing that card's coming up here pretty soon.
Yeah, I liked England. I'm willing to go back. It's fun.
Yeah.
I like to go in other people's backyards, you know.
Well, what do you think about the optics as well? Like, they just stacked UFC 300. They're going to need to start putting some big names on these bigger cards. Like UFC 301 right now is in a bit of trouble because, right, they had to move Pereira and Hill to UFC 300. So what do you think about the timing of this too? Because like I said, the UFC is going to need to book some big matchups. And I know technically it's the interim title, but if you ask most fans, it's kind of the real title, right? John's not going to fight him.
I'm good with July. July is fine. It's enough time for me to like breathe. I would like to enjoy a little bit before hopping right back into another fight camp.
And I guess the other thing as well is International Fight Week's always a big deal. I know you usually go every year, even if you're just a guest fighter. In fact, we had our Mortal Kombat game there last year, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But that's at the end of June. Would that be too soon? Or it's kind of close to July, right? It's like the last week of June, I think.
Yeah, I would prefer July. Like I said, I'm not these fight camps are stressful. I am never in a hurry to just hop right back into the stress.
Yeah, for sure.
Not in a rush.
I'd ask, because you fought him twice, Francis Ngannou, what'd you think of his performance against Anthony Joshua? Disappointing, but I mean, we're talking about one of the best heavyweight boxers in the world, right?
Exactly. He got outboxed by one of the best in the world, one of the best to ever do it. He lost. It's heavyweight. It doesn't take a whole lot. So he ate one on the button. That was it.
Yeah.
He made a lot of. It doesn't matter if he wins. Who cares? Who cares? I don't care if he wins another fight in his life. He's made like $40 million. That's the real win. He won.
Yeah, no, he did. Do you think he ever fights in MMA again? I know they're talking about Renan Ferreira with PFL.
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. But I guess if he just really wants to do it, because I don't know him like that, so I don't know how he thinks. I know I wouldn't know. I'd be good. I would retire. You guys would never hear from me again.
Yeah.
I'd be gone.
Well, I also wonder if he tries to get another boxing fight, get one more big payday. Just, it doesn't have to be like a huge name, because I think people want to see him fight. And he's going to get paid more than whatever PFL is going to do. Because my only worry if he fights Ferreira is maybe Ferreira catches him. You never know, right? It's heavyweight MMA.
Yeah. If I'm going to do another fight, why would I do MMA where I have to grapple, which is a hole in my game, for way less? Or I could do boxing, which is my strength, for way more. I would do boxing. That's just me.
Yeah, no, for sure. The pay's really good. Okay, I know we've done rapid fire questions before. We're going to do some fun rapid fire questions this time. So these are things outside of MMA, because I know obviously you got other interests. Curtis Blaydes, who's your favorite athlete outside of combat sports?
Right now, probably McCaffrey, the running back.
Okay.
On the Niners.
Christian McCaffrey. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. What's your favorite movie?
Blade.
Favorite TV show?
Right now or ever?
Ever. Doesn't matter.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay. Favorite comedian?
Will Ferrell.
Okay. Favorite cheat meal? Although I guess you get to eat a bit during camp. You're a heavyweight, but what's like a meal you want to eat that you can't eat sometimes?
Pizza.
Okay. Favorite travel destination?
I want to go to Japan. That's been on the bucket list for years. So.
Okay. Favorite animal?
Yeah. Komodo dragon.
What's your hidden talent? What's something you're good at that maybe we don't know you're good at? Like maybe you're good at video games. Maybe you're good at like cooking or something else, or I don't know. How's your hoops game? You good at basketball? Like I'm just trying to think of some other stuff you might be good at.
No, geography. I have a weird talent at remembering the names of geography, stuff like that, like countries, states, capitals.
Okay, I'll take that. And what is your biggest pet peeve? What's something that really annoys you?
Slow walkers.
Me too. I'm a fast walker. Yeah, for sure. Completely agree with that. How's your daughter doing? Always got to ask. I know it's tough sometimes during camp. You don't maybe get to do as much fatherly stuff because you're sort of immersed in it. But how's she doing?
She's doing good. And that's all I can ask for.
Yeah,
he's happy.
That makes sense. And your contract, I imagine you're still on the same contract, or is that something you got to renegotiate for the next fight? Where are you at with that right now?
No, I got two more. Yeah. It was a 4-fight deal, so I did Ergay last year, this year, Almeida, hopefully Aspinall next. Hopefully after that one, we renegotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That'd be nice.
And just last question from me. How cool is it to see your buddy Austin Hubbard back in the UFC? Because I know we weren't sure after that fight with Hubbard, but I just talked to him this week. He's got a big fight coming up.
That's awesome. I went to the gym this morning. He was up there getting a workout in. It's just nice having him back in the gym.
Yeah.
So I'm happy.
Yeah, there's a couple of Illinois guys like you, Austin, Neil Magny. You guys are originally from there, but you're all in Colorado now, which is kind of cool. So you guys probably are good friends from that regard, right? So
yeah,
cool. Hey Curtis, thanks for doing this. Hopefully next time we talk, it's about a rematch with Tom Aspinall. But in the meantime, if there's anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media you want to mention, I'll give you the last word.
I got nothing. Hopefully I have some sponsors next time.